Thank you everybody for the warm response to my first recipe that I had uploaded, and today I would like to present before you a very healthy recipe. It's made with oats and something that I think the kids do not like to have at all. So when we mix it up with some ingredients and present it beautifully, a crunchy Vada in the form of we use a lot of potatoes and some chana dal, and give it a distinctly different flavor. They will really love it. Let me now introduce you to the ingredients. Here I have soaked for half an hour almost 1 cup of chana dal, and after that I had coarsely grinded it. Almost half a cup of boiled potatoes. I'm using 1 cup of oats, rolled oats. And here I have some, say around 2 chopped onions, and here I have some coriander leaves and some chili chopped. You can always vary the amount of chili that you use according to your likes. I'm using just the red chili, Kashmiri red chili powder for this particular recipe, and of course we also need some salt and some milk. Say 1.5 cup of milk that we'll be using. At first what we will do is that we'll try to mix all of these together. Now the best way to use is your hand properly washed up, of course, because what you can do with your hands while mashing you cannot, I guess, get with the spoons. That's typically Indian, I guess. So I'm mixing up the potatoes first, and then we mix in the oats, and we also add in the chopped onions, the coriander leaves and the chili. Then of course, to make it like a batter, we use around the amount of milk the batter will decide. Say here we use 1 cup of milk. Try to bind it all together. In between we'll also use some salt according to your taste. I guess that will be fine. So in place of water, we're not using water to mash it up all together, mix it up. We're using milk. But be careful, because if it's too much of milk in there, it will get really soggy. So we'll also use some chili, Kashmiri red mirch, for the extra punch, and bind it up all together. Because we've used the potatoes, the binding will become quite easy. Now those who are non-vegetarians, they can very well use an extra egg so that it becomes crunchier and tastier. So once we have done this, we can always check for whether the salt is perfect. It seems perfect. And then the next thing we need to do is wash our hands up. Now after it's all mixed up properly, we need to wet our hands a bit and roll it up beautifully in any shape that you want. Prepare the rolls first. Prepare the small. I think it's very good. It's a good idea to have it small sized, because if they want more, they can always have more of it. But the big size the kids might get really, worried with the big size. So we have prepared all of these into nice, beautiful balls, and then all right. Now we are using that special ingredient. It's the corn flakes that we eat. every morning, and we are coating it with cornflakes for that crunch there. So like that we will do all the other varas also. So we are covering up with the cornflakes. Just be careful, they're very soft, so at times they might try to go out of shape. Alright, okay. Now since we have already covered most of the varas with cornflakes, we are now trying to put in almost say 3 tablespoons of olive oil into the pan. And as I talked about it earlier in my earlier recipe that I had uploaded, we normally do not overheat the olive oil, and we put in the varas one by one. Okay. Alright, while they are sizzling on the pan, we can hear the crackle there. I guess this is something they will always enjoy, your kids will enjoy. While it's sizzling, I'll just go and get my spatula. We need to be very careful that it doesn't get burnt. That's very important, because anything that gets burnt doesn't taste very good to the tongue. See, it's already cracking up, and because of the nice ingredients that are there, we can nicely cheat our kids into eating oats, something that they do not like. Okay, while these are gathering up the steam, and then we wait for some time, stir once more I guess, and then they would be ready. Just 15 minutes. Alright, so just one turn and it's done. Just one turn and it's ready. Now we go on, just remove them from the pan and put them up beautifully on a tray. We are doing all of it in low heat, we need to remember that, because, and they're done. Now what we need to do is serve them up with the choicest sauce they do love to have with it. Okay, we are serving it with my favorite Kissan sauce, and so we are ready. And so we are ready with the crunchy oats vada. Thank you. Share my video if you enjoy cooking, and I know you love it.